All right, Genevieve, it is your turn. Can you take yourself off of mute and take it away?
Okay, hi, my name is Genevieve Leroux and I'm 12 years old. I was born and raised in San Luis Obispo, California, where my project began 3 years ago. My project is dedicated to the conservation of the migratory monarch butterfly. The monarch butterfly population has declined drastically in the last few years, and if nothing is done to save them, there could be a quasi-extinction in my lifetime. As part of my project to save these iconic butterflies, I germinated native milkweed to place in a variety of gardens within my community. I collected data from the butterflies that were born in or visited my backyard garden. I worked alongside Dr. Francis Villablanca, head of Monarch Alert at CalPoly. The data I collected included numerous measurements, determining the gender, placing a tagging sticker on the wing, and taking an OE sample. OE is a lethal common parasite that severely affects the survival of the monarch butterfly. I've educated my community of the dangers of pesticides and encouraged native plant gardens. I've been involved in several community service projects, such as painting a mural at a city garden. I also convinced the mayor of my town to take the National Wildlife Federation's Mayors Monarch Pledge. I recently moved to Gatineau, Quebec in Canada, and I'm continuing my work to include the conservation of the eastern migratory monarch, which is also experiencing a serious population decline. Now that we moved to Quebec, I plan on encouraging the mayor of my new town and the mayor of Ottawa to take the pledge, hopefully to bring awareness to the eastern migratory monarch butterfly. I think it's important for kids to be involved in conservation because this is the world we will grow up in. Our actions shape the world of tomorrow, and I don't want to live in a world without monarch butterflies or rhinos or elephants. We are inheriting a world with lots of problems, but if we start now as kids, we can reverse the damage done. It's up to us to rise up and take action, and hopefully everyone else will follow our lead to a better world. I'm honored to have received this award. Thank you.
Thank you. Questions?
Great job, Genevieve. Does anyone have
I have
any
a question.
Oh, great. Go ahead, Victor.
Okay, so I can see your project. I see it very related to mine because they both involve the conservation of a species. If I'm not mistaken, you said that the monarch butterfly was also endangered where you were. Did you? Okay. Have you ever had the thought or like the initiative of trying to establish? And I'm asking because this is what I did for my project, which I will talk about later. Of establishing a conservation area or a conservation, a bigger like conservation movement in a local forest for this butterfly?
Yeah, well, there's already a monarch, like a natural habitat that's it's already established, the overwintering site in Pismo Beach, California, and it's where the monarchs stay. But I haven't really thought about establishing any other type of refuge for the monarch butterfly, no. But that is a really good idea, and that could be another next step I could take with my project.
Okay, thank you.
Excellent.
Thank you.
Great tip, Victor. That was really great suggestion. Does anybody else have any questions for Genevieve?
I have a question. So some of us here, we have yards and areas to plant things. Is it easy to plant things for the monarchs that are going to make their lives easier?
Yes, it's very easy. You can, on the internet, you can look up your area's native milkweed, and that is the best way to help the migrating monarchs. And you can also find on the internet all the flowers and the nectaring sources that are good for the monarchs, and it's very easy to do your part to help them.
Excellent.
Awesome.
Can
You can Google it, right? It's a little plug.
Could you tell us a little bit more about how you tagged the butterflies?
So when we have the butterfly, you're holding it in your hand, and it's just this little sticker with a ID. And so when you put it on, that's what it doesn't hurt them at all, and that's what they keep on their entire life as they migrate. And we put stickers on their abdomen to take the OE sample that I was talking about, and all the measurements. There's lots that goes on when we're tagging them, and the tags themselves are shown in the pictures.
Mm-hmm. Yes, we have your photos up, and my question is, can you tell people a little bit about the UE? It's a OE, sorry. So not everyone's familiar with that, and I know that's a question I had when I was first reading about your project, so it would be great if you could just explain a little bit about what that is.
Yeah, so the OE it's a parasite found on the milkweed, and specifically non-native milkweed, which that's why it's important that it's native. And it spreads, like, if you think about it, like glitter on a leaf. When a monarch lands on the leaf, they get a little bit on their abdomen, and they carry it to the next plant that they go on. And what it does is that if a caterpillar ingests a milkweed leaf that has OE on it, it will later, once it's out of its chrysalis, if it makes it that far, it will mess up the monarch's flight muscles, and it distorts the wings, and it causes a really low survival rate in the monarch.
Great.
Thank you.
Thank you for explaining that to everyone, just so they understand a little bit more about that. Why it's so important to get native plants. And great. So anybody have any more questions? Well,
Great work.
Wonderful.